So anyway, I made a game. It's currently not exactly 100% finished, but I think it's playable. And if anyone out there would like to do a beta test of sort, I will put a link somewhere and they can check it out if they want, and then let me know exactly what's wrong with it, because I'm sure that, and then if that's the case, bring your pencils and your paper and write stuff down and then mail it to me at this address. It's not a very long game. It's not even, it's actually, it's fucking the shortest shit. Hello subscribers, my name is Thank the Bear. In the last couple days, in the recent days, I have been checking out a triple feature of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, and they were not what I expected at all. Only one of them was the bullshit action that I truly longed for. And the other two were fairly fucking like really serious and dark stories, and then like this European action star just kind of shows up in them. Not really shows up, I mean he's the main character in all of them, so I'll give him that. The question is, what do Jean-Claude Van Damme movies have to do with visual novels? And the answer to that question that nobody's asking but me is, are they not so alike? Wait, no. For one, that's a question. And for two, it's not really my point. A little bit similar. Someone in those movies thought they were pretty neat, probably, except for the one called Derailed, which was a movie about a biohazard on a train.
Let's get a few things straight, Jack. I don't need you, nor do I want you.
That one was pretty crappy. Anyway, so I think one of the things I like to do the most is to kind of envision what the writer and director and everyone else involved in the film was kind of thinking at the time. And there's probably at least one guy out there that was like, this is the best story I've ever written, or this is gonna be a great thing, it's gonna be huge. We need to tell the story. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, is that's so different than what a person like me would be doing, I guess. Granted, they have a budget and they have a big star name and whatnot, and they've probably done it before. This leads me to a point of mine. A couple days ago, I actually did record the follow-up video for the first video, I guess, in this, I don't want to call it a series, but whatever. And I just kind of babbled about how a person like me doesn't really get included in other people's projects. They end up having to like start their own for the most part. And that's kind of where I find myself. A writer isn't exactly sought after in the environment of visual novels from the looks of it. It seems like, from just like very basic research and just kind of looking around in the forums and stuff like that, that's the way it seems. So basically, if I really want to make a visual novel, more likely I'll have to write it myself, and go from there. And the only thing, like the one thing after like what's been like a week since I've uploaded that video, about the one thing that really kind of pissed me off about that video is that I didn't really intend to suggest I was in the middle of doing something, I guess. I think that was like, everything else was fine. It was just kind of like me essentially venting wants and kind of intentions and stuff like that. No. Those things are very far away. In fact, the entire point of bringing this up was that in order to kind of like show people that I'm serious and whatnot, or a person, anyone else, I guess, what they have to do first is make a short game to kind of prove to everyone that they can carry out a plan. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it. Yeah, I did that, I guess. I suppose. And it's funny because like I said, I recorded something on Monday, and I was like, what do I do from here? No one's gonna want to put me on their own project, because more than likely any kind of role that I would seemingly fill is already probably filled by the people that came up with the idea in the first place. Is that all I have to say? I don't know. Oh yeah, the game. Well, the game is called the Nikabots, and it is about spam bots. I was like infatuated with things that people kind of take for granted and just kind of hate. And I laughed at it because they said funny things. So I started working on that probably a month ago, I think. Probably a month ago, and it's programmed, it's written, and it just, the one thing that's lacking, I think, is like a nice little, I don't want to say professional, but I'm gonna say professional, kind of the professional touch that I think a lot more aesthetically gifted people than I am. Like I said, I don't know if I could have fucked up something really bad, but for the most part, like, they have plenty of user guides, and the forums are very helpful. If a person has a question, they can fucking do it. And do I think it's good? I don't know. Games and Soda had a hand in making it, and I showed it to him, the script, and he was like, yeah, it wasn't bad. And that's about it. I kind of had to poke and prod him, figuratively, in order to get a little more answers out of it. So like I said, I don't want to seem like I'm saying, please play my game. No, if a person, I guess, really wants to, if they're interested, there will be a link to that. And it'd be very helpful if a person could check it out and list in detail the various ways in which it sucks. Wait, so why did I even bother? Why did I even bother bringing this up? I don't know, these fucking movies, man. It's weird because I find that, like, in making, there's so many elements involved in making a visual novel, or just a game, I guess, that it makes sense why they, like, I'm guessing a lot of bigger projects, like, they, like, we're gonna do this person does that, this person does that, and then we'll just kind of worry about it later. Or like in a movie, for example, where I don't even want to say like hats, which is the cliche to use. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say something like, I don't know, just roles. Like a person has to fill several roles, and it's kind of nice to be able to do two. For instance, writing and coding seem pretty, writing and programming. I have a hard time calling it coding because it's just like, sorry. And it kind of helps when a person's able to do both, because then they don't. That's a Tim Schafer quote. Do I think my game sucks? No, I don't. But do I think it's good? I don't know either. I suppose it's for everyone else to determine. I think it's good. I think it's good enough for kind of a first time through. What I'm more wondering is if, like, the game itself might be like broken as shit for some people. I don't know. It seemed alright to me, but I haven't done this before. That's part of the lesson. I wonder what I'm gonna do with that Jean-Claude Van Damme stuff. There's a scene in Hell, like, they because there's like a documentary after it, like the making of Hell instead of just in Hell, and in that documentary they show like this special effect, like rubber head they make for and then it shows like the guy's tongue getting pulled out, and the guy explains that when it pulls out, the teeth will break off and blood will come out everywhere. It looked like a pretty neat little prop they made, and that is actually the opening scene of the movie. And it's Lawrence Taylor, yes, LT, the linebacker from the New York Giants, the guy that snorted a lot of coke and probably doesn't snort coke anymore, but I think he does act. I think that sounds familiar. But he uses a pliers to rip out a guy's tongue. The way it looks in the movie, Lawrence Taylor goes in there with like that fucking pliers stuff and just like goes like that. The guy's screaming, and then like a bunch of blood happens, and you just like I couldn't tell what was going on. But apparently some special effects guy took the time to make this rubber head and this tongue pulling out mechanism, and it looked really neat. And then apparently when it got shot in the movie, some things went wrong, and that's another important thing to remember, is that things will always go wrong. Alright, my name is Snake the Bear, and this has been a bad idea, and it was a bad idea to even suggest that this was an idea.